Hello, this is Laura Burt-Nicholas, a science librarian at the College of DuPage Library, and we're going to be spending this final video talking about the kinds of sources you can find in Academic Search Complete. So the first article I have pulled up, 10 Ways to Banish Belly Fat, if you look at this, you can tell that it's very much designed for a general audience, so anyone who might potentially be interested in losing weight, or thinking about weight, or anything like that. As we look through this article, you can see, first of all, there are pictures right here on the left side of the screen that grab your attention. You can also see, as you look down the magazine article here, that this is an article published pretty recently, September 2013, in Better Nutrition magazine. You'll also see information here, so the article was written by Lisa Turner. Keep scrolling down. And you'll see information here about sleeping to lose weight, about when to eat, about not eating sugar. Keep scrolling down. You'll also see here we've got a little paragraph here about how zapping stress might potentially lead to the creation of belly fat. Keep looking down. You'll see there are products you might potentially buy if you were interested in losing weight. You can also see that the information that is devoted to our topic is probably about 2 paragraphs on one of the pages. Let's take a moment at a different type of article you can find in Academic Search Complete as well. So I'm going to head up here to the top of my screen and click on the second link. And here you can see we're looking at an entirely different kind of article. So right from the very beginning, as I look here, I can see that this article, rather than being aimed at a general audience, is aimed at experts, at people who are doing research on the topic, and on people who are very interested in detail. So, for example, the article title itself, Health Promoting Behavior Among Women with Abdominal Obesity, a Conceptual Link to Social Support and Perceived Stress, is a lot more technical than the other article title we were looking at. As you look down here as well, you can see that all of the authors are identified by a place of employment, many of them working at colleges or universities. So that also tells us that the authors here are experts on the topic. As we keep scrolling down, you'll see that there aren't a lot of bright colors or catchy headlines. Instead, what we see right here in the center of the screen is an abstract or a summary of what the article is about, including very specific information, so the purpose, the aim of the study, background information, a study design, a method, findings, and a conclusion. So right here you've got literally a summary of the entire study. And as you start scrolling down, you'll see that all of those little sections now are here writ large. So for example, an introduction is right here on page 2 of the article. Keep scrolling down. You can see literally and more information about the study, more information about the participants. You can also see data gathered by the study right here in the screen in the results section, as well as in some of the charts and tables. Keep scrolling down, you'll see that there is a discussion or an analysis of that data. So does this data actually prove the hypothesis or disprove the hypothesis? Sometimes in a discussion section as well, you'll see further questions that need to be addressed. So we've realized that our findings are not conclusive in this direction. More study needs to be done. You'll see conclusions here, restates the hypothesis and whether or not it was found to be true. The funding will often tell you who has sponsored the scholarly study. And then finally, at the end of the article, you'll see the same citations your professor requests from you are part of a scholarly study as well. So what we're looking at here is citations which influence the research that was done in this article. I'm going to scroll back up to the top of this article again. So this article is officially known as a scholarly study. Oftentimes, too, a word that is used when professors ask for scholarly information is peer review. So a professor might ask you for a peer-reviewed journal. When they ask you for that, what they're actually referring to is the process by which this article was published. When the authors here first wrote a draft of their article and sent it to the Journal of Advanced Nursing, otherwise known as JAN, The editor of that journal sent that article out to between 2 and 3 other experts on the topic. So people who studied obesity or maybe stress. Those experts looked through the article to see, first of all, whether or not the research looked like it was well designed. So did the research actually answer the question that the scientists originally posed? Second of all, was the writing good? So did the data analysis look good? Could people understand what the scientists were saying? And the third thing the study was checked for was originality. So did the study have something new to say? I could write an article about why the sky is blue and cite 60 other sources that would be very, very believable, but would never get published because the fact that the sky is blue is something that we all agree on for the most part. So the great thing about using scholarly articles or peer-reviewed articles is that you know that the information here has been vetted by experts, that you know that the information should be good and it should be something you can rely on. The other great thing about using scholarly articles is you'll see that rather than looking at a paragraph that was part of a 3-page article, instead we have literally a 10-page article here focused on obesity and stress that gives all sorts of details you might be able to use when creating a class paper or a class presentation. When you're looking for scholarly articles in Academic Search Complete, you want to be looking for these characteristics. So, for example, authors that have a place of work identified as well as credentials like PhDs or other advanced degrees. You want to be looking for an abstract here on the first page of the article or a summary of what the article is about. Look for charts and tables and graphs of data. Look for citations at the end of the article as well. If you have any questions about whether or not what you're looking at is scholarly or popular, this is exactly when you can ask for help. So once again, if you have any questions about anything I've talked about over this video, you're more than welcome to contact us in the library with any questions you might have. And here I'm going to head back to the library homepage and remind you all very quickly that you can ask for help in a couple of different ways. First of all, if you've got a question where you really want to make sure you have some time to spend with a reference librarian, you can click right here on the library homepage and schedule a research appointment with one of us. And you'll see here that you actually get a wide range of dates and times that you might be able to schedule an appointment in. Let me close that again. You're also more than welcome to ask us a question over chat, and chat works when the library is open. So as long as the library is open, you can click on that link there and get a fast answer to your question. You're welcome to come into the library and just come to the reference desk if you live in the area as well. And finally, right here on the library homepage, right underneath the Media Lab banner, you can see the phone number of the reference desk. So you're always welcome to give us a call at 630-942-3364. Thank you so much for your time with this project. I appreciated being able to talk with all of you, and good luck.